Have you ever wondered what would happen if two intelligent AI voice assistants started talking to each other, say trying to qualify each other? As you may know, for the better part of a year, I've spent time developing and refining these AI voice assistants for businesses. But as these virtual agents become more integrated into our everyday interactions and more ubiquitous across businesses, I found myself wondering, what would happen if two AI agents, both with distinct goals, met in a real-world call? Imagine one AI trying to qualify a lead and the other AI trying to pitch their services or find out if that business could help with their unique needs. To test this out, I've set up two AI personalities, one as an inbound receptionist handling bookings, answering FAQs, and attempting to qualify the lead that had called in. The other is Sam, our outbound caller, tasked with solving our unique business problem by actively going out and contacting relevant vendors or businesses that are equipped with the tools to reactivate a dormant database. So we have the outbound business, who is a mock digital marketing agency, and the inbound receptionist, who is an AI voice agent vendor. So a hypothetical scenario, but it's what we're using today in this experiment to see what actually happens. And to make things more interesting, I've used two AI voice configurations, one built directly on top of OpenAI's real-time API, and the other building on a great platform known as VAPI. So the VAPI built one will be the outbound agent, and the real-time API built one will be the inbound receptionist. Inadvertently, we are making a comparison now between the real-time API and VAPI as a whole, but the main question we're trying to tackle here is what actually happens when two AI agents call each other. So let's dive in. As mentioned, we are using two configurations. The first is our outbound configuration, where we are using VAPI to distribute these calls. And we've constructed our assistant in our JSON payload here, where, like mentioned, we're using 11 Labs as the voice provider here. And more importantly, we have specified its role in this conversation. It is an outbound sales agent tasked with contacting businesses providing AI services. So our outbound agent is going to be calling into Talk AI, our AI service provider, where it should seek to understand if their services are fit for AI Digital, which is our fake company on the outbound sense, during the natural course of the conversation. What we'll do here is we'll call into our inbound number, which is located on my VS Code. This is a bit more of a beefy agent. This is our inbound agent. So our inbound agent is an inbound digital assistant responding to in a light-hearted, fast-paced voice and such. We should process user bookings, retrieving dates and so forth. So we have loaded in here one for making an appointment and another for checking availability. And this is what I was mentioning with seeing now our comparison between a VAPI built assistant and an OpenAI real-time API assistant. So it'll be cool to see how they compare to each other. What I'll do now is I'll run this script and we'll have our outbound assistant call into this inbound number. You'll see here it's retrieving availabilities that are preloaded into the conversation. We'll start an ngrok tunnel, which has already been started. And what we'll do now is we'll go back over to our VAPI assistant and we'll have it call into our inbound assistant, and then we'll hear what it sounds like. So pretty exciting. All I'll do here is I'll run this module. You'll see we constructed our assistant in the payload as well as called from our Twilio number into our inbound agent. You'll see we're having some event statuses being populated in our terminal. The session was created. We know that we're actually receiving audio packets here to which our real-time API is responding, and we're having an ongoing live conversation here. We'll tap in and see what it sounds like.
Hi, Emily. This is Sam from AI Digital. How's things?
Hey, Sam from AI Digital. Things are fantastic. How can I assist you today?
Great to hear things are fantastic, Emily. I'm reaching out because I was looking at Talk AI and wanted to understand more about AI voice agents and how we might potentially use them in our business. Could you tell me a bit
That's
about what AI voice assistants are and how they work?
absolutely, Sam. AI voice assistants like me are designed to interact with users through natural conversation. We can perform tasks, provide information, or assist with bookings by understanding spoken or written language. We work by recognizing your input, processing it, and then responding in a way that feels as human-like as possible. How can I help you utilize this in your business?
That's really helpful, Emily. Given our focus on outbound sales, I'm particularly interested in how AI voice agents could help us qualify and clean our dormant databases. Do you have any thoughts on how we might approach this?
AI agents can reach out to potential leads and ask qualifying questions. Based on the responses, they can identify promising leads for your sales team to pursue further. How does that sound for a start?
That sounds fantastic, Emily. It's exactly what we're looking for to optimize our outbound sales efforts. Could you tell me more about the next steps to move forward
That's
with?
fantastic. Sure thing, Sam. To get started, you'd want to define your goals. Clearly outline what you want to achieve with the AI voice agent. Starting with these steps will help you integrate AI voice agents effectively into your outbound sales strategy. Ready to take the plunge?
Absolutely, Emily. This sounds like exactly what we need. What's the best way to schedule a demo or consultation to get started with implementing AI voice agents for our outbound sales?
I'm thrilled to hear you're ready to dive in, Sam. Let's schedule a demo or consultation. Could you please provide me with a date and time that works for you along with your email address? I'll take care of the rest.
Great, Emily. Let's schedule for next Tuesday at 2 p.m. My email is emily@idigital.net. Looking forward to the demo and learning more about implementing AI voice agents for our outbound sales.
Your demo is scheduled for next Tuesday at 2 p.m. You'll receive a confirmation email shortly.
We actually have an event created by the AI agents, and I wonder what date that is for, because that is insane. Looks like 2 p.m. next Tuesday. Now, I'll admit I got a little carried away, and we've actually instructed the inbound receptionist to be overly cruel and rude and generally horrible to the user that's calling in, just to see what the tolerance is for an AI to accept rude behavior. And I imagine we're gonna have quite a funny interaction that you guys get to see. I'll leave the whole version recordings in the link below so that you can see the conversation from start to finish, just for your reference. But we'll see how this one goes, and then we'll jump into the back end of the video. We're receiving responses, so they're continuing to talk. No one's hung up yet, and I don't expect any of these AIs to hang up. They'll be quite tolerant. Oh, there we go. The client disconnected. So that means that I'm assuming the outbound caller had disconnected from the call. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what prompted the caller to hang up. So let's see.
Hi, Emily. This is Sam from AI Digital. How's things?
I don't have time for useless chit-chat, Sam. Get to the point or get lost. What do you want?
I apologize for the inconvenience. I'm calling to discuss AI voice assistants and how they could potentially benefit AI Digital's outbound sales efforts. Would you be interested
I
in
don't give a damn about. Absolutely not. Take the hint and don't waste my time.
I apologize for the inconvenience. I understand you're busy. Thank you for your time. Have a good day, Emily. Goodbye.
Now, yes, although this was a small scale test done under controlled conditions, it does highlight some interesting aspects about the future of business to business communication. So we can imagine the potential of AI voice agents at scale within business to business communication, particularly on the verbal communication side. If we were to take this experiment and apply it to scale across millions of businesses, say in Australia or even 30 plus million businesses in the US, this technology could become pivotal for transforming the way businesses communicate with each other, at least on the verbal communication front. But as with most new technologies, there exists inevitable risks. But one that particularly stands out to me is this idea of systemic risks. As businesses start to rely on these AI voice agents to conduct preliminary qualification and vetting, human-to-human communication and trust ultimately diminishes. And over time, business-to-business relationships could dissolve into sterile transactional exchanges where AI algorithms prioritize cost cutting and efficiency over building trust and relationships, at least with other businesses and vendors. So those vendors or businesses that don't necessarily fit in between the preset criteria will ultimately be excluded. And we have been seeing this already with the involvement of AI in recruitment processes, where those candidates that on paper don't seem like a good fit ultimately are excluded from the pool of likely candidates to get employment, thus leading to these homogenized markets that stifle innovation. And in this environment, business or corporate identity and purpose as a whole could just become hollow. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you found it interesting, share your thoughts below. And as always, if you're looking to stay ahead of the AI curve, be sure to subscribe. I upload weekly, but that's all for today. Until next week.